Hello there. How are you today? Today, I'd like us to explore a very important topic, and it's about how do we actually manifest a better life. I did not say how do we manifest money or relationship or that car that you desire or a big house or anything specific material. I said a better life. Because at the end of the day, if we are all honest with ourselves, what we want is to have a better life, a better one than the one that we have right now. We see the contrast. We see what we want, how we want to feel, and who we are at the end of achieving that goal. So manifestation is not about material things. It's about having a new identity. So when you manifest, you are manifesting a different aspect of yourself. You are manifesting a different identity, a different way to feel about yourself. So this has nothing to do with the external things. We desire the external things because we feel like who we are and what we can achieve internally is not going to be good enough. So most of us go about in a very wrong way when it comes to manifestation. We think achieving those external things would finally can help us to achieve the changes that we desire internally. And therefore, the tricks and techniques that you use don't work. And eventually, we have to realize and learn in life that anything we want can be ours for as long as we don't attach our identity to those things. This was taught to me by life. And I'm truly grateful that the universe, the creator, the source, whatever you want to call that higher power, has put me through certain experiences that truly taught me the value of having a good relationship with myself. And once I see myself as a truly worthy person, a complete person, then suddenly I feel like anything I want is really mine. I am worthy of everything. And I can also decide whether or not I truly want it. And then I realize, do I really bother to deal with all the other responsibilities or the stress that comes with wanting this thing? These days, my answer is no. And therefore, the more I feel complete, the more I feel worthy, the more I am embracing minimalism. I was a chronic shopaholic. And after I realized that through buying stuff, I was only trying to feel the hole that I feel within myself. And nothing I bought, nothing I achieved filled that hole. And I had to take a really good look at myself. I was just doubting my worthiness. I wasn't feeling good enough. I was feeling insecure. And I desperately wanted to have these things in order to feel like I'm good enough, in order to look like the people that I admire. I was putting them on a pedestal and thinking that their opinion of me matters the most. And then I learned that this was all just lie that I told myself in order to avoid facing myself. So manifestation is not really a work of achieving something external. It is a work of achieving something internal, something very important, your sense of worthiness. When you truly realize that you are good enough for anything you want, then it is no longer the question about whether or not you can have those things. It will be the question about, do you really want them? Do you want to complicate your life? And this explains why so many enlightened people choose to live a minimalistic life, because they have realized the importance of having a peace of mind. They have realized what it truly means to have a good life, an uncomplicated, stress-free life. So that is what we are going to explore today. To learn to be honest with ourselves, to really internalize this understanding that what you truly want is yourself, is to have a peaceful, loving relationship with yourself, is to feel good about yourself. It's not about those shiny stuff that you desperately write on your journal or pray for. It's really not. Because when you feel complete, when you feel enough, that's when you realize your divinity. And when you see that you're divine, that's a game changer. I promise you that. So, if you're ready to do this practice with me today, find yourself a comfortable position. And if you're ready, please gently close your eyes. And bring your attention to your breath for a moment. Gently breathe in and breathe out, allowing the breath to follow its natural rhythm. Not forcing anything, nor trying to control, just observing the breath. As breath comes in and breath comes out, allowing yourself to be mindful about here and now. And now gently extend your awareness to the room you're in. Imagine, what do you have in this room? Seeing it from your mind's eyes. The furniture, decorations, anything really that you have in this room. Just seeing them internally. And now pay attention to any sounds you can hear in your environment, whether from this video or from your own background. Whatever sound you hear, let them be. Simply observing, a quiet witness. And now become aware of any smells. What can you smell at this moment? Not categorizing them as good or bad, simply observing them. What do you smell? And now, coming back to your body, observing your body, feeling that you are more grounded, that you are here and now, and you're safe in this space. We are here to do a very important inner work to clarify what exactly we need, to clarify our definition of a good life, so that we don't run around like a headless chicken, feeling like wanting something and then wanting something else, trying different doors and never finding satisfaction. That is not a life that you desire, and you know this deep down. You want clarity, and this is your chance to gain that clarity here and now, facing yourself, being honest with yourself at this moment, being open to receive the answer that you are searching for. So now, turn towards yourself. This is your space. The way to feel connected with yourself is to focus on your heart space. So when you focus your heart space, you are connected directly with yourself, with your soul. And as you find this connection, I want you to ask yourself, what defines a better life? How do I know that I have a better life than the one I have now? What do I need in order to have a better life? And pay attention to the answer. What do you need? If you are hearing answers like I need money, I need relationship, I need that car, or I need that house, I want that job, I want you to stop yourself and ask a better question. How do you want to feel when you had all that? How do you want to feel? Focus on the feeling. How do you want to feel at the end of that road when you had all that? Most importantly, how do you feel about yourself? Who are you at the end of that road? This is not about what brand of clothes you're wearing or how expensive your watch is. This is about your true identity. When you say I am, what follows that I am at the end of that road? Who's that person who had all of these material things And why do they want this thing? When you have all that, do you feel like you want more? Or do you feel fulfilled? And let's face a truth about material things in this life. Anything external, whether it's money, relationship, work, house, car, that pair of shoes that you desperately wanted, they don't last. They don't last. Sorry to burst your bubble, but they don't last. And therefore, when we got what we wanted, all these external things, what we end up with is extreme anxiety. Because then the fear of losing them sets in. And you cannot really enjoy your money. You cannot really enjoy your relationship because you get paranoid. You would think that, oh my God, this person would leave me. What if I lose the money? What if I lose the house? What if I lose my job? So that is the reality. Anything we want can disappear. The material things can disappear. The relationship can end. You can lose your job. But what you cannot lose is your sense of self, a solid identity. And from this place of knowing yourself, you can always rebuild what is lost. You can always stand up on your 2 feet, knowing that your situation does not define you. You can be rich one day, and you can be poor the next. It does not define you. You can be in a relationship today, and you can be single tomorrow. Again, your sense of self is constant. For as long as you know that you're complete, that you are whole, on your own, nothing external can define you. Nothing external can take away your sense of identity, your sense of self. At that moment, you feel safe. So, your sense of safety comes from you knowing yourself. Nothing external can give you any sense of safety. So, let me ask you again. What do you want? How do you want to feel? Who do you want to be? What is your ultimate achievement? Our ultimate achievement should be something stable, something that we can take with us when we die. And that is your sense of self. A strong sense of self. Your identity. The word that follows after the I am. It cannot be bought by money. Cannot be strengthened or weakened by anyone. Cannot be defined by any profession. Your solid sense of self can build any empire that you want, and can pick itself up from the ruins of that empire if it falls, because it does not define who you are. And when you come to that place, anything you want feels possible. And when something feels possible to have, you can have it. But this is a very simple experiment that you can do in your life. You have seen this many times in your life. Remember that when you think something is so easy for you to have, it was easy. You did not struggle. But when you believe that something is so struggling, so difficult for you to have, you find it difficult to have. That is just simple logic, a law of this universe. You can only have the things that you truly believe that you deserve and that you're worthy of. So first, we have to work with our sense of worthiness. By realizing that our sense of worthiness does not depend on anything external. You're complete with or without anything. And that is the ultimate truth. And that is the key to your manifestation. Now, bring your attention to your body. Become aware of your breath. We have approached the end of our meditation. Now become aware of the environment that you're in and slowly and gently open your eyes and come back to the room with me. And this is where I ask you to journal about what you have just experienced. The answer to the questions. What do you want? And be honest with yourself. Is it coming from your ego, your greed, your pride? Or is it coming from yourself, your true self, from your higher self, from your soul? Your lies will only hurt you. Tricks doesn't work on the universe. Sooner or later, we all have to face this truth. And I hope you have the courage to be honest with yourself and start feeling worthy. Thank you for being here with me today. I will see you soon again.